this is me Jaboom, and as I doxed myself a few weeks ago, and I want to talk about some potential projects we have that been there. We talk about the fundamentals, why they're so uh, well known. We don't talk about the pricing, we talk about the business, the model, and everything. And of course, the best thing to start with is Travala. And here we have John. Please tell us whom you are. Tell us more about Travala.
Hi, Alja. Thanks for having me here. So yeah, my name is Juan Otero. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Travala.com. Let me give you a bit of background about myself first, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about Travala, where we are and where we're heading as a project. So my background is in travel and tech. I started working for a couple of tech companies, Oracle back in the day, and Booking.com, obviously in the travel space. Had my own startup, and then did a bit of consultancy work as well for the European Commission in Brussels and the EIT in Budapest after I sold my previous startup. I got involved in blockchain around 2015. And I was fascinated basically about the concept of Bitcoin and what blockchain technology could do as a whole. And then we launched Travel.com late 2017. Travel.com is today the world's leading blockchain-based or crypto-friendly travel booking platform. We offer over 30 million travel products across 230 countries worldwide. This includes accommodation, flights, activities, and with more travel products or travel verticals to be launched soon. The platform is powered by the native token, the AVA token. And yeah, we've gone through a lot of growth. We've gone through some ups and downs, as you probably know. The previous crypto winter, the biggest pandemic that we've probably seen in our generation, and here we are, stronger than ever. I'm really looking forward to how we can continue to innovate in the intersection of crypto and travel, and how we can build something that is meaningful and has a significant amount of impact in the travel industry, both for travel suppliers as well as travelers like you and me.
That's a great introduction, but as well, people don't know Travala. Travala, it's I think one of the first real use case uh, project that came into the cryptocurrency space, where you can book hotels and flights all over the world. And I think there was something called activity that is not active now, maybe for a year, I believe, right? What is the activity
No,
part?
activities are back on now. So we got over 400,000 activities, which are powered by Viator, the TripAdvisor company. So yeah, users can now book hotels, flights, and also activities. Soon we will also offer packages and potentially other travel products such as car rentals and so on. The idea is to really be like a one-stop shop where people can go and book travel with crypto. And when I say with crypto, obviously, one of the main utilities of the AVA token, the native token of the Travala platform, is payments, as well as loyalty and a number of other use cases that we have there. But we always had an open approach. We wanted Travala to also become a champion of crypto adoption, a platform where all the tokens, all the cryptocurrencies, could also find that utility, those use cases of being able to, be used in the platform for travel booking payments. And we now integrate over 80 different cryptocurrencies from different projects to offer that, selection of payment options to our users.
Um, Again, actually, it's my mistake that I thought the activities were not launched yet. But now, since it's there, do you allow individuals to list their own activities, or it's just gonna
So not yet.
be okay?
Yeah, good question, Jeff. Eventually we will allow, independent travel suppliers to list their products, and this goes not just to activity providers, tour operators, but airlines, hotel owners, hotel chains, independent boutique hotels, you name it. So initially we wanted to make sure that we had enough product offering in terms of inventory of hotels and activities and flights and so on, so that we can drive a significant amount of users to the platform while we continue to work and build the technology for these suppliers to be able to list their products themselves. Obviously, this will interact as well with the native token AVA. But as it is today, what we're doing on the platform is integrating multiple, discount and givebacks when they, book on the platform, when they stake AVA on the platform, and even if they hold, one of our NFTs and they become a diamond member, which, gives them even additional discounts up to 30%, which obviously makes Travala, one of the, if not the most competitive travel booking platform out there in the market.
Actually, yes, I've booked a few weeks ago, and as well I got cash back in AVA. But I remember one of the days when CZ, which is the founder and CEO of Binance, he made a tweet and he mentioned you as a name. And he said that, as far as I remember, that you are a hard worker or aggressive mind, something like that, and they are happy to be a part. What is the story behind that? And what is Binance with you as well?
Yeah, I think he mentioned something about hard work and successful entrepreneur. I think that just like CC, and you see the way he operates. We are a team of builders. At the end of the day, that's what we do. We run a 24/7 operation here, and we very focus on building and making sure that we get the project to the best possible outcome. We started discussions with Binance. I think that was around 2020, just before COVID actually. It's interesting because by the time we were closing the deal with Binance as an investor on Travala, which is today our largest shareholder on Travala.com, and they have given us so much support. They have really helped us growth, not just in areas such as obviously support. But also, access to the team, access to the markets, access to the knowledge that they get in this industry. But it's interesting because you see someone like CC, despite the biggest pandemic that we see now in our generation, fully supporting a project like Travala, which is obviously great to see. And we've got a great relationship with the Binance team as a whole. And as you know, it is a massive team.
It is a massive team, yeah.
You start talking to different departments and different people as they continue to grow. We have the mini app integrated on the Binance app, which obviously really gave us access to a lot of the user base, and we see a continuous increase in volume of users coming to make bookings on Travala through the Binance mini app. So those things always go a long way. But in terms of the synergies and the philosophy that we have is very similar. We are teams of builders. We focus on continue to innovate and to build user-centric products. Products that people can actually use. And I think this is perhaps one of the problems that we have in this industry, which in many cases there's great ideas there, but it's a big difference, as between having a great idea and actually executing that idea and making that an idea that becomes an actual product. And all of that, a product is actually used.
100%. Yeah. I mean, the good part about that they actually bought before the pandemic, else they was gonna be able to buy 70% discount, while the pandemic itself. So it was a good lucky moment.
I doubt it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, of course. When you go to as well, one of the things that we have in the Binance app, in the marketplace, where you just can scroll down the screen and you will right away find Travala, where you can just right away, without going to the website or without downloading the app of Travala, you can just access through Binance wallet or exchange on the phone, and you just go and book right away. I remember a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, when Steve, he came to me and he told me, how about start expanding to the Arab region. I told him it's a bit early, but I think now, especially at the end of 2021, there is so many from the MENA region start to jump into the space, and of course now you're seeing regulations, everything now in UAE. Companies are jumping and to have here is like the main hub for crypto and NFTs world. I think it's the time maybe now to start to address the Arabic language. Don't you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is actually one of our priorities at the moment. Just to give you an idea, I think that last month alone, we booked over 3,000 room nights in the UAE alone. That obviously, shows that not just Dubai, but other destinations in the UAE are becoming very, very popular. Obviously, Binance Blockchain Week was taking place at the time, but still, we see a continuous growth in terms of, people booking with crypto to go to the UAE, and also from the UAE traveling to other destinations. So yeah, for us, definitely is a priority market. We're very happy to see the progress in terms of the regulatory framework, and yeah, when it comes to tourism and obviously travel and overall availability of travel products, it is a dream destination and one of the top destinations in the world.
That's 100% true, because even when I said about the activity from the individuals or etc., I believe as well UAE and Dubai is like one of the best places it can be as a starting point. Of course, many events gonna happen here day by day. It's growing, so having Travala being apart from here, it will be nice, and then maybe we can see each other finally physically, right?
Definitely.
So we're trying to
In person, right?
we're trying to find the ways. I mean, Matt was here,
well,
but I couldn't see him
Sorry,
actually.
another thing to note is that, as you probably know, we recently launched our concierge service, which is this, luxury travel booking service, which, obviously offers a different type of travel product, from yachts to, private jets and so on. And that is also becoming a very popular.
I actually did
product
not know that. It's in the app
UAE.
now.
So it's in concierge.io. So it is exclusive product for, as we call them, crypto whales. Normally you have to pre-book a minimum of $100,000 worth of travel credits to book, any travel products, but you do get the advantage of a dedicated, travel account manager. So we have a really experienced, seasoned team of, travel experts that really, build the whole trade and manage the whole, booking experience from A to Z, basically, for these high net wealth or crypto wealth. There is a minimum price tag, obviously, on those bookings, but yeah, Dubai again is a destination where we've seen a significant increase in the demand for concierge product, which is our, travel luxury booking product. But you
Definitely.
can see that at concierge.io.
And it's something linked to Travala, or it's a new product?
Oh, it's absolutely owned by Travala, yeah, 100% under the Travala umbrella. Yeah, yeah.
You guys are missing so much marketing, I believe. Because I always say it's.
Yeah, we're working on it. We just build it,
I mean, you're too much building. You're too much focusing on the build, while I always say Travala have done things that no one have done it. And what makes me really upset that almost when I speak to 10 people, almost maybe one he have heard about Travala, 9 people did not hear yet. And of course it's performing that well. It means imagine when you make it reach to as well 9 other people for the use case. I believe it's a beautiful product. I believe it's a very neat product. I believe that you're one of the first people as well who managed to do a mobile app, not only web. You managed to do it a mobile app very fast in a very short time, where none have done it as fast as you guys doing. Especially that you have already a working product. You should maybe relax and rely only on the website for a long time before you develop the mobile app. But you guys have built it. I mean, that's not a joke. That's a credit that you should really take it, and you deserve to take it. As well, you have staking. Tell us about the staking. People stake so they can get more, like what they gonna get to help them in there. Because I've done it myself, but maybe things have changed. So tell us more about the staking part and what can people use it for.
Yeah, definitely. Before we go into that, I just want to acknowledge that, yeah, you're right, we've been focusing a lot on the product and building. We are aware that there's an opportunity for us to, really step things up in terms of, marketing. We just recently hired a new CMO, very seasoned, marketing person that joined the team, a few weeks ago. We are bringing another, 3 or 4 new hires within the marketing team. And yes, we acknowledge that as a company, as a project, we need to continue to step things up in terms of marketing and communication. But we are working on it, which is great to see, particularly with these new hires and team additions. In regards to the staking, so it is really part of our loyalty program. So from the beginning, we wanted to, find a solution to those opaque, existing travel loyalty programs. You think, for example, about Booking.com, the Genius program, or basically, every single travel loyalty program out there that doesn't really offer, the transparency that you have with a tokenized loyalty program, where you know that you're going to get a reward, and that reward is worth $20. You get, $20 back on your AVA token or whatever cryptocurrency you get paid back with, or discounts. But they're real and they're liquid, and you can do whatever you want with them, and nobody's going to, try to change them or cancel them, or offer you fake discounts and all this, stuff that the traditional travel or online travel agencies have been doing for years and years. So for us, the Smart program, which is a loyalty program, is a tier program where the more AVA you stake on the platform into your account, the highest membership level you obtain. So if you stake a small amount, then you have access to small discounts, small givebacks, all the way up to our diamond level, which is a more premium level, where you get up to 10% discount and give back, and also an additional 3% even if you pay with the AVA token. So up to 13% discount and givebacks in every travel booking. It's pretty fascinating how we've been able to build a really loyal user base, within the Travel.com platform that been, obviously part of this Smart program for many, many years. And recently we did launch, the first NFT-based travel loyalty program, which is our Travel Tigers, the Travel Tiger Club. You can see on OpenSea as well, and other NFT marketplaces. And that was offered, to our existing, Smart members that have been staking AVA for a minimum amount of time, that have, completed a minimum number of bookings, or spend a minimum amount of money on the platform over time, to give them that access to this, additional, loyalty program level. This is amazing. Last month we dropped that unique experience to the Maldives, a trip worth $75,000 with, 5-night luxury accommodation, private jet to the island, private yacht, those unique, money can buy experiences. We've got another one coming next month, which is going to be even, more amazing. So yeah, very excited in terms of, trying to add more perks and more benefits to users that, stake AVA, or obviously hold the Travel Tiger NFT on the platform, but always as part of our overall, loyalty and rewards program.
I wanted to come to that NFT part. Tell us more. I mean, try to break it. Like, is it made the same as the entire NFT market projects, or is it made uniquely based on a working business model? For an example, what I mean that, do you have, like, for an example, the traits? How many traits? Is it there is one of one? There is like common, or just normal to serve the product itself, and that's it?
Yeah, so the Travel Tiger Club was, created to really build what we call Travel Ambassador Club. So those really loyal users to the Traveler brand that can continue to contribute to the brand as well through holding that NFT. And obviously, to qualify to have one of those NFTs, as I mentioned, you have to be a Traveler Smart member for a minimum amount of time and so on. You can now today go and trade them, or buy them on the secondary market. You can see them on OpenSea, for example, on the Travel Tiger Club. But the idea really is to build that ambassador club, that really, dedicated group of travelers that, have been supporting the Traveler brand, and that want to continue to benefit from, being part of promoting the brand. For example, we have some, quarterly marketing tasks where, the NFT holders actually do support the platform. The last task, for example, was them, changing the profile picture on the Twitter profile, or one of the social media profiles, to the actual tiger itself. It was
PFPs.
great. That, loads of, of these users trading at like 3 or 4 times, the initial mint price, and we see a healthy amount of secondary market trading activity. But yeah, we will continue to build and add more perks as we go to make sure that these holders not only enjoy access to these travel drops and exclusive discounts and all the other benefits that come with it, but they also feel like they're part of this community, this really unique club of travelers within the Travel.com platform.
See, guys, sorry I have to say this, but I have to say it in front of them. I mean, these people are really building things great, but and it's unique and it's really use cases. Everything they're doing, it's actually use case, and hopefully now they fix the last part, which is this with the new CMO, where they take things to people to understand. Because jumping in, for an example, an NFT project that they still don't have any utility, nothing being built. No, these people are built a few years ago. They have a very important use case. Everyone is using it when you travel, when you want to book a hotel. I mean, everyone is doing that. People from the US, when they go to, let's say, board yacht parties in Miami, whatever, they can book using these people. So, and they have NFTs. But yes, it's missing to reach the people. Like me, myself, I'm one of the biggest Travala fan guy from day one when they started, before even Binance, before all this. And I'm not fully aware of these sub details. And that makes me happy that they actually grown and they are making this, but sad not to know it myself. And hopefully, I believe they're just missing this small element where entire ecosystem will be where it deserves, in my opinion. What is the next roadmap? I mean, now, okay, I'm thinking of something. I mean, since haven't you, for an example, addressed things like, since it's traveling and booking, would you allow later on individuals to put their own apartments for rent?
Yeah, so the plan really, since the get-go was to build the largest OTA in the world, based on blockchain technology. And by that I mean, the largest selection of travel products. I always had this idea of, we want to get to that target of 10 million travel products. To get there, obviously, we're talking about adding car rentals, adding cruises, adding homes, vacation rentals, adding basically every vertical that you see today in any of these major online travel agencies, but doing it in a way that, we can offer substantial value to our users, substantial value through, the rewards, the gift bags. Travala, for example, one of the things that we did from the get-go, we wanted the ABA token to follow a distribution mechanism of trying to put, ABA in the hands of many. So anyone that comes to Travala, even if you book, whatever product you do, there's the default gift back today of, 2% on every single booking you make. You don't have to be a smart member, you don't have to be staking ABA. We want every user to be introduced to, ABA. And this is funny that I mentioned this is one of the conversations that, I had with CC back in the day. Travala is a very easy on-ramp into crypto. You have someone that wants to book a hotel, they come to Travala and they see, hey, this hotel is $100 cheaper on Travala than on Booking.com. I'm going to book it here. I've got no clue about crypto. Never used crypto, don't have a wallet, doesn't matter. I'm going to use my credit card, I'm going to book my hotel on Travel.com. What happens then is when the machine starts working. Then is when we, give that user a gift
Cashback.
Yeah. There is when we start incentivizing them, to go and check their wallet because they get more rewards. Or if they pay with crypto, they get a bigger
100%.
discount or a bigger gift back and so on. So yeah, very easy on run to crypto. And I think that here is where, as a company, we also want to, continue to play that role in, bringing adoption to the critical mass, to really be, a champion of cryptocurrency adoption and to tap into those mainstream users that can, be introduced to crypto through platforms like Travala.com.
No, that's. I mean, as I always say, I mean, what we have in a problem usually, even in gaming projects, they are bringing people, not crypto friendly users or newcomers, but majority of them, they get stuck inside the game and they don't know crypto. Here, No, they are actually they learn crypto because once they start getting the rewards, even sometimes you get the rewards in Travala itself, AVA, where you need to see and you know what you have to do. Either you keep it, either you stake it, either you use it, either you send it to an exchange. So the knowledge is coming easier, and to the right, let's say to not the right, the more matured audience, where they will contribute to this change in slow but sure, like CZ says. That's why I always say we like to have these young generations because they are the energy, and we still want the old, or let's say the mature people, because they're gonna have the wisdom. So together it can make a full community, in my opinion. Um, one of the last things I want to ask, and thank you for coming. Really, I'm really happy to start my first interview with you guys. And hopefully we see with each other physically finally after how many years now? 4 or 5? I don't know. I can't even recall. So five, yeah. I remember. So I want to ask. It is a lifetime. It is a lifetime, and we're getting old. And now I'm seeing in NFTs like 13 years old now are making their own project. So Lord have mercy. It's really nice industry, and we're learning always. Um, I wanted to ask, are you guys planning to make a physical card? Like if I want to go, for an example, one day to a lounge in an airplane or something. I want to show Travala. I want to have Travala. It's a part of my identity. Is that something, or it's becoming now a bit stereotype?
We are 100% working on that.
I'm giving alpha. Yeah.
So you're spot on. I think there's a couple of things here, obviously in terms of you know personal identity, travel history, how that interacts with NFTs and travel platforms, and how travel operators like Travala can benefit from offering that to the users. We're looking at a couple of different things in this area. One is obviously digital identity, and how we can keep that history of travel records. Two is the potential of a Travala branded credit card or debit card, and we're also looking at one of the areas that we will continue to add more perks and value to our NFT holders is things as launch pass access and things like that. So definitely a few areas that we're looking into to kind of bridge the gap between the physical and the digital world, as well as some of the stuff that we're doing on the metaverse. We're building a presence across multiple different metaverses, and we think that travel, or at least consuming travel, perhaps not booking it yet, but experiencing travel in some way or another, it's going to become one of the areas where the metaverse will play a role in the years to come, and we want to make sure that Travala is there as well, setting the pace. Another person that we brought to the team as well in the last few weeks is a new CPO, a new Chief Product Officer, ex Agoda. As you know, Agoda is known for being one of the best product focused tech companies overall, let alone in travel. I think Binance new CTO, you can see that it comes from Agoda. Oh, product it comes from Agoda. Sorry.
Yeah.
So very very excited about the opportunity of what we have here in terms of what we can build, and again how we can bridge the gap between travel and crypto.
That's great, and I really believe in Travala from the business model, from the get-go, from the day they started. And when you were, you looked a bit younger than now, but I think I know. But thank you very much for coming.
We really really appreciate your support.
Thank you
it
very
goes a
much.
long way to say that through the good times and the bad times, the bear market, the bull market, whatever it is, the pandemics. You've always been there supporting Travala, supporting NBA and the brand and the team, and we all really appreciate that. So thank you from me and from the rest of the team.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that we'll be talking again soon, and probably looking at a much more successful stage of both Travala and what you're working on as well. So let's just keep building and keep pushing.
Thank you. Definitely, that will happen, and I'm quite sure I'm as well gonna look at the activities because it's something I was looking for some time. I couldn't find it activated, but I believe it's gonna be nice, especially when you're gonna move to the individual level. Then more mass adoption will happen, and people will love to use it and will know how to bridge between Web 2 and Web 3 to come to us. Thank you very much, Juan, for coming, and send my regards as well to Steve, to Matt, and to the entire team. Um, it's really a pleasure and hope for you more and more success. We're gonna share down below how you can reach Travala to check their website as well, maybe some demos. Thank you very much, everyone, and thank you for your time.
Thanks a lot for having me here.
Thank you. Bye.